Um, just wanted to bring a little message to everybody. Just get outside. 'Cause outside is where you're going to see a lot of things. Outside is where you're going to experience a lot of things, not just from sitting behind your computer. We need to, as a group of people, realize with the lockdown, keeping everybody inside, keeping a lot of us lazy, and not wanting to go out and do anything. It almost sounds intentional, don't it? Keep people lazy and fat, not wanting to do nothing. Well, today is a rare day here in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area, and the reason I say today is a rare day, there are not just no clouds, but there are no chemtrails. Hi Tab, how you doing? There are no chemtrails whatsoever in the sky. I don't even see any trails behind any planes. Nothing whatsoever. And of course it happens to be 62 degrees. So with it being that nice, I'm like walking around in a t-shirt. Now I do have my backpack on because I actually started walking to the store. There's we need to start getting out and exercising more. The store is about a mile away. When I was 14 years old, shoot, I'd go run for 4 or 5 miles. So it's like, why am I so diggum lazy? I mean, and all I'm getting is like some bananas and a couple of small items. Of course, I'm also getting coconut water. I'm actually storing up on I drink I like that stuff. Just regular organic pure coconut water. Some of it has pineapple juice in it, the stuff that I like the most. And people don't realize that coconut water is actually Mother Nature's Gatorade. So many people, they drink all that Gator with all that. Well, I'm not going to go into everything that's into it. But guess what? What do you think islanders drink? The people in Hawaii and Tonga and before all the unfortunates, but all your Pacific Islanders, they know this. They eat coconuts, they drink the coconut water, and that's actually how you get electrolytes. There's a lot of things to coconut oil, coconut water, coconut milk. So yeah, we need to start rethinking how we eat too. That's one of the other things. I've been doing a lot of learning from a very wonderful woman. Her name is Kay, and she's actually done some explaining to me from her viewpoints on the studying that she's shown, and she's actually a fruitarian, and I found it very intriguing when her and I first started to speak, and then she started showing me and talking to me about evidence, and I'm, of course, after I get done talking with somebody, I look things up, and sure enough, she's on to something. And I've actually started changing my diet to eating a lot of fruits. A lot of fruits, actually. A lot more than what I normally would eat. And if you start to think about it, islanders, before there was a lot of pork or anything like that, what did they eat? Fruits. They'd be eating bananas, they'd be eating coconuts, mangoes, papayas, stuff like that. Well, if we start taking those fruits and you cut them, now we cut them in different ways, but if you cut them, oh, hi Unicorn Love, how you doing? If you cut them in certain ways, you'll actually start seeing star patterns. Let's take an apple, for instance. Instead of cutting it from top to bottom, like we always do, and we cut them up into sliced wedges and stuff to go eat them, cut it in half this way, and look in the middle. You have a 5-pointed star. Star fruit? And there is a star fruit too. You got star fruit. The apple has a star in the middle of it. If you take a banana and you cut it in half, from instead of lengthwise, cut it short ways, you'll see the way that the seeds are grown, like that of a star. And if you do the same thing with an orange, you'll start seeing star patterns, and it's like, what? Star forts, for those of you that follow and know that I've done quite a bit of content with star forts. Star fruit. We are star children. We're made up of similar items as the sun. So does that not make sense? I'd like to think so. And if you really look into the fruitarian diet and people that are fruitarians, there is not a single one that I've seen that's overweight. Every single one of them is in fantastic, beautiful shape. Both men and women alike. Now, I don't swing that, hey, no, I ain't that way. For those of you who are, no offense to it, but I'm just saying, there's not a single overweight fruitarian. They're all in really good shape, physically, mentally, emotionally, and they're always happy. Kay is like one of the happiest people I've ever seen in my life. And I think it's wonderful. Hang on, lots of are shaped. Yes, yes, they are. Lots of fruits and vegetables are. They're all shaped like stars, and it's been in our face. Ooh, got the sun behind me. Sorry, got this. It's all in our face, and yet they don't tell. We don't even see it. So, how is it that all this stuff is in our face and we're not able to see it? Because they hide stuff. You have different industries that bring stuff to your attention. Oh yeah, there's this, and oh, this is the new thing. Think about it, the new fad, the new diet, the new pill, to take to lose weight. It's all about money, 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 instead of getting back to the basics. For any of you who are, very awake, some of you may not be, and this may not, vibe with you, and that's okay. It doesn't have to. Oh, before we go any further, please, for those that get to watch, please make sure you hit the like button to kind of bump me up in the algorithms. My channel is growing, and that's fantastic, and I certainly appreciate it. But if we are very awake and we have an understanding or an understanding with who the Anunnaki are and how we were created and what they did, we would know that, especially with the Rh negative blood. Rh negative means your blood type is not that which was derived from the DNA of a particular ape, basically a monkey. So if you have Rh positive, that means you are. Well, if we start looking at monkeys and apes and gorillas and all of those different ones that are here on this planet, what do they eat? Fruit. They eat a crap ton of fruit. Yes, sometimes they'll eat ants and stuff like that, but for the most part, their diet consists of fruits, fresh fruits, raw fruits, not cooked. So the human body is designed between two different beings, between the Anunnaki and ours, in a blend. We're a hybrid. And I know somebody, oh, that's not true. Okay, well, guess what? Where do you think we got the idea from to start doing it to dogs? I mean, look at all the different breeds that you can come up with. You got, what's the big one? The Labradoodle. All you did was crossbreed. You know what I mean? So start thinking about that. Like, really kind of go back and start, okay, let's go all the way back, and what were they eating? Even whether you believe in the monkeys or not, what's our closest relative as far as like DNA wise? It'd be a chimpanzee. What do they eat? Fruit. What are their bodies like? Almost, a lot of it is very similar to ours. So if we get back to that, now granted, it's kind of going to hurt the meat industries, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it's going to put some people out of work, but if we really kind of sit back and think about it, to be in tune or in line with our Creator, whom is wonderful and divine, it created everything, including the Elohim, which would be the Anunnaki, then we come to realize that we should love all things, including the animals. Well, that means not killing them just for our own guilty pleasures of eating it. And you have to understand, for those of you who know me and have known me for years, you would understand, you don't hear that coming out of my mouth. That's not something I say very often. I mean, I've got a smoker in the garage, in a storage container. I mean, I'm used to grilling. I've had some massive grills. I've got a bookcase or a file cabinet, a steel file cabinet that I planned on making into a giant smoker. You just pull your drawers, you have your meat in there, and you hang it upright, and you'll make it out of smoker out of it. I've actually had one, and they work great. However, now that I'm slowly unlearning the things that I've learned, and I'm in attempts to free my mind. Yes, 2 movie references, Matrix and Yoda. But we have to, and when we realize they've been telling us these little snippets in movies for decades to try and get us to wake up to see, if we're going to continue as a species. Sorry, UPS truck. To see if as a species we're going to continue to fall into sin and to fall into a horrible way. So we should get back to the basics. What are the basics? Where do basic creatures live, or beings? They live outside. So get outside, folks. Enjoy the weather. Eat more fruit. And I love you, Kay, for putting me on this. I really do. And I love everybody. And that's the thing. There's not a single person I'm not going to say I don't love you to, because I love everyone. Everyone in this life that we're here for is here to teach us a lesson, whether it's a lesson that hurts us or a lesson that pleases us and brings us happiness. There's always lessons to learn. We just have to be able to remove ourselves from that situation and be outside of the box and try to look at our lives through a screen, so to speak, and look at it through there and say, what's the lesson to learn? So, lesson learned, we need to start eating more fruit and start getting away from meat. We need to get to the raw diets instead of cooking everything and throwing all these spices on it to try and make it taste better, to make it more appealing, or to make you addicted. I mean, how many of us know about all the addictions that are out there? I mean, there's places in Mexico where literally the whole, I mean, you can look it up anywhere. There's towns, cities in Mexico hooked on Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola's had cocaine in it when it first came out. That don't tell you something. So, yeah, everybody, get outside. Start eating some more fruits. Start experimenting. I mean, buy a bunch of different fruits and cut them in different ways to see if you can see a star pattern in there. You'll start seeing them. It's amazing. But, oh, hey, puppies. Ooh, got a couple of pit bulls excited, want me to come over and say hi. But I ain't gonna. I'm trying to get to the store. No, I'm not scared. But anyways, I love you guys. You guys stay safe. Make sure you get outside. You know, keep your eyes open. No fear. And remember that love is the only way forward. Have a good day, folks.